Hi there, it's Beauty Junkie. Welcome to my channel. I just received the new Rose Decadence Pat McGrath palette. It's a 6-pan palette. Look at that packaging. I also got a new Lip Fetish Lip Divinyl Lip Shine lip balm. I don't know how to describe it. It's got the new packaging. We're gonna try out both of these today. I'm gonna do some swatches, some comparison swatches to Pat's other palettes to see if there's any similar shades already out there. We're gonna try on the lip balm. We're gonna do an eye look, and we're gonna have fun. So let's get started. So first things first, everything arrived in good condition. Nothing's broken. I ordered this from Sephora because I got $15 off if I spent $100. So I bought both of these. So everything came in great shape. This is what the palette looks like. I'd say first impressions, looking at the colors in person, they're a little bit duller than I expected. Just looking at the shades, they're not like super amazing looking. They're not like super shiny or reflective. But I think once I do the swatches, my opinion's gonna change. The packaging is different. So there used to be sort of a tri-fold kind of style with the 6 pans. I think she's heard the complaints. It's now just a regular flip open container. This is, you know, kind of weighty. Not as heavy as the old style, but still pretty weighty for cardboard. It did come with a seal over the edge, so this wouldn't open up and move around, which I thought was good. Yeah, I like the pink inside. It's got black sort of hard plastic here. And yeah, I mean, and also the names are on the back, has the name of the palette on the back. And let's see, it's good for 12 months. There is 12 grams of product, 0.42 ounces, which is the same size as the old 6 pans. So no changes in size. This is called Mothership Rose Decadence. And then I noticed right away when I opened this is the box. This is the Lip Shine Divinyl. And I noticed right away this is smaller than the regular lipsticks. So I have a matte trance lipstick right here that is not shedding. There you go. So I have a matte trance, and this is the new Divinyl Lip Shine. And there is a difference in weight. So this is, the matte trance lipstick is 0.14 ounces. And here's the box. So there's a different box size in. This doesn't have like the ribbon. It's like a picture of a ribbon, but it's just a regular box. Opens like that. So these are smaller. And so there's, again, 0.14, 0.08. And so they're the same price, $36 for either one, even though you get quite a bit less. I will note there's like 2 other formulas in this new Lip Divinyl, and those have 0.10 ounces, but this has 0.08. That seems strange to me. So this is what it looks like. It's not like the regular lipstick bullet shape, it's now flat, and all the new ones look like this. Doesn't matter the texture. Hopefully they fixed the component on these because they were getting stuck on me. It looks good. So the only thing that happened with Sephora is that this isn't the shade I wanted. They already refunded me the discounted price, so I got a discount by ordering $100 worth. So they discounted me whatever this was, $28. It's normally $36. I got a discount. So I got a refund to my credit card, which is great. I'm glad, and I don't have to return it. I get to keep this. This is a free thing for me from Sephora because their website has a system error. I picked the right color, but it was associated with the wrong shade name. I wanted, I think, the Boudoir Rose or something like that, kind of a deeper rose color, not bright. And I got probably the one color I really didn't want, which is the nude. This is probably not going to look so great on me, and I don't know if it's even going to show up. But I got it for free. I can't complain. At least I get to show it to you guys. I do like the pink. I'm just surprised that it's smaller than the rest of the options out there. And like, I will roll it all the way up for you. That's all you get. Now for a lip balm, fine, but this is $36. I'm not really thrilled that it's smaller, and it makes me not want to get one and pay for it. So let me just show you a pretty new lipstick. So this, I think, always had more than the lip balms, the older version of the lip balms. This is 0.14 ounces. I think the lip balms were always 0.10. But, I mean, I don't know if they think you're going to use a lip balm less. I just find it odd that they made this component so much smaller. Seems strange to me. I don't know what you guys notice that or care or are concerned. Maybe you're not. Maybe you don't care, but to me the price should be a little bit cheaper. I know it's not a whole lot of difference in product from the other one, but at least make these cheaper than the lipsticks if they are smaller. That's all I'm saying. I mentioned my first impressions. I think it's pretty. I don't know that I needed it now that I see it in person, but we're gonna swatch it. Maybe it will change my mind. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna do the eye swatches first. We're gonna do the lip, and then we're gonna do comparisons. So I'm gonna start at the top, this direction, then go to the bottom. And this is Pink Champagne, Peach Dusk, Fuchsia Flame, Hedonistic Rose, Scandalous, Golden Honey. None of these are repeats from what I understand. But we are definitely going to compare to the Divine Rose 1 and 2 and her other palettes. I don't have every single shade of Pat. I don't have most of her 6 pans, so I can't really compare this to those, but I'm going to show you what I have. So starting with Pink Champagne. I know that the formulas are always different with the 6 pan. They're a little bit, to me, not as smooth as the regular palettes. But we're gonna try it out. Ooh, that is pretty. Oh, I really like that. That one's a different one. I can't say I remember anything close to this in her collection, but that is pretty. Nice. Next we have Peach Dusk. That's a different shade. That's a very sort of peachy red toned. Interesting. And then we have Fuchsia Flame, which I was really attracted to. Ooh. This one's gonna be interesting. Ooh. Wow, I like that. Yeah, this is why I was attracted to this palette. Fuchsia Flame, very pretty. Hedonistic Rose. Feel a little bit drier, not as smooth. It's kind of a maroon matte shade there. Scandalous. Ooh, wow. That is an orangey bronze. This is definitely a palette in the warm zone. And last but not least, we have Golden Honey. That is pretty. All right, that's the palette right there, one and done. Let's redo this one a little bit. There we go. Very pretty. I think this is a nice, fun palette. I will say I think it captures the essence of Divine Rose 2. more than Divine Rose 1. So I think this is a good option for those of you that want the flavor of Divine Rose 2, but you don't want to spend $125. And I mean, this packaging is pretty great. I think this is one of the better packaging for the 6-pan palettes. Okay, let's do the lip swatch. So this is Nude Venus, and not the one I would have chose, because yeah, you can barely see it. I mean, it's shiny. There's a little bit of color there, not a whole lot. I'm gonna do a lip liner first, and I don't have like a nude from Pat. I only have Suburbia, which is pretty pink. So I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Now, do I necessarily think you need a lip liner with a lip balm? No, but I wanna help this shade out as much as I can. Oh wow. It's definitely shiny. It becomes wet when you start moving it around. Huh. Definitely a different formula than I'm used to from Pat. It's nice. It feels really comfortable. I wish I got the right shade. I don't think this looks like terrible on me, actually. Like, I'm not mad at it at all. I'm actually surprised. I just think it washes me out a little bit, just to be fair, you know. This isn't gonna be for everyone's skin tone. I just think it's a little too close to my skin, my natural lips. So it kind of looks like, oh, I have a little bit of lip gloss on, and I'm not sure I needed to spend, you know, $36 for a shade like this. That doesn't really stand out or seem that different. So I wish I would have got the right shade, but Sephora's website's pretty much sold out of all the shades that I would be interested in. So I can't really pre-order at this point, but it definitely looks better on the lips than in the swatch. And you can't really tell the shine from the swatch, but you can really obviously see it on my lips. It looks like a lip gloss lipstick hybrid formula, which is pretty cool. So I do want to do some swatch comparison, and you know, to find a match to Pink Champagne, what might be close is from Divine Rose 1, this pink gold shade here. I know it's not really going to be exact, but I think it has that pink flavor, but it just leans very gold. But maybe you can sort of see the resemblance there. And then there is a shade in, this is Mothership 3, maybe this one here. But I know it's definitely a different formula, because this one is a special shade. Yeah, a little bit different, but you know, you get the idea. For this peach, kind of red, deep peach, I would say, I think the closest is from Divine Rose 2, this guy here, but it's definitely not like red enough. But you get the idea. It is in that peach family. So for our fuchsia shade comparison, I'm just gonna like show you the bright pink shade. I know it's not a match, but I'm sure people are like wondering how close they are, or like, do they go together? And I think they do. I think you could definitely layer them, but it's definitely not close to be considered a dupe by any means. I do want to try from Mothership 3 this shade here to see if it's close to that, because the texture is definitely similar. This one's a bit more purple though, but you could see how it's pretty close. It's just more purple toned. I think that's kind of it for, you know, close versions of the first 3 shades. But this deep kind of red shade, I think, is probably closest to Divine Rose 2, the shade right here. Yeah, when you feel the mattes in Motherships versus the 6-pan, they're smoother. So this one's more brown leaning, but it's definitely in that same sort of maroon spectrum. All right, and then for our burnt amber shade, not really a match in Divine Rose 2. I'm gonna try this shade here just to see how close it is. Oh, that's pretty close. It's a little bit lighter. So this is Divine Rose 2. So this is the 6 Rose Decadence. So in the same family, I think, right? Definitely, I think this palette is inspired by Divine Rose 2 more than Divine Rose 1 for sure. But this one's definitely a richer shade. I do want to try sort of an orangey shade that shifts. This is from number 4. This is Decadence. This is Rose Decadence. So, ooh. So this one's kind of a shifty shade. It's not really the same. It's pinky orange, where this is definitely more rusty. So if these two had a baby, maybe we'd be closer. And then for our last shade I want to match is the gold. So Pat has tons of, I don't know if this is really gold. It's kind of gold, kind of bronze. She's got a ton of golds to choose from. All right, I think I found the closest two. This is Levian Rose. I think this gold might be close. I know it's not a match though. Yeah, it's pretty close. Bit of a different tone though, right? I'm gonna do the gold. This is more yellow gold from Divine Rose 2, just to see. It definitely feels like a different texture. Yeah, definitely more yellow. I see the gold from Levian Rose is pretty close. This one's a little bit more bronze, a little more brown. So those are my rough comparisons to what's already in Pat's collection, and I think you can kind of see that if you already have, I would say, for the most part, Divine Rose 2, most of the matches came from here. There was a couple stragglers in some other palettes, but yeah, I think if you already have Divine Rose 2, you don't need this. But if there's a shade like this one that I was attracted to that's not really in that palette, you're gonna want to pick this up. This is also a different one. You know, the peach, I think this one's pretty close. And the maroon, a little bit different tone. I don't know. You guys get like why these look so close, right? I hope it's obvious. I don't know. Maybe you guys think, oh, it's so different. Like, I know when I first saw this, I was like, are those new shades? Like, I didn't really even look into it, but sales really tempt me. So that's why I decided to pick it up. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have until there was another sale. All right, so I'm full of swatches all over my body. Now we're gonna do an eye look with the new palette. Eye primer on already from Anastasia Beverly Hills. These shades I think really go well together. I think I may do two different eye looks. I may do a look with the top row and a look with the bottom row. I'm just gonna start with the peach shade and we're gonna go from there. This is Peach Dust. We're just gonna plop this on my eye. Peach Dusk, I like Peach Dusk. I think this is a flattering mid-tone shade. I kind of want to go straight in with Pink Champagne. So there's a movie called In the Heights that was supposed to come out this summer, and it's a movie based on a musical from Lin-Manuel Miranda. And there's a song in it called so in the movie in the musical there's a really catchy song that's really fun called Cold Champagne, and this eyeshadow reminds me of that song. But anyways, it was supposed to come out this summer like as a movie, and it's about, you know, people in Washington Heights in New York City and that whole cultural scene there. And it's kind of, you know, from Lin-Manuel's kind of upbringing and, you know, the stories that he knew, and he wrote it, and I think it's his first musical. I've seen it a couple times now. Actually, no, I take that back. I have seen a real stage version and it was amazing. It was so good. I think the music's really fun. It's a lot less serious than Hamilton. So if you guys ever see that movie ever come out, not sure when it's coming out now, check it out. Okay, so Pink Champagne is really pretty swatched, and I think it's pretty on the eye. I think it might have to be applied wet to get that full shine effect. I think it's a little bit lackluster dry. I think you have to really see it in the light to get that reflect. But I don't mind it. It is nice and pretty and graceful. It reminds me of like a ballet color, like a very pretty pink. I think I want to do the fuchsia on the outer portion here. It's gonna be a fun little fun shade. Oh yeah, that is pretty. Not as like fuchsia as the swatch. I'm gonna use my finger a little bit just to sort of get this richness going. I think with Pat, like, you can definitely shear out the shades with a brush, but if you want that same bam as the swatch that you see, you gotta use the finger. Or apply it wet, or use some sort of glitter glue just to make it really stick to one spot. I think the fuchsia is really pretty. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of peach. I'm gonna take the maroon shade underneath my eye. Same maroon shade on this eye on the outer portion. I really like about this palette is she doesn't include like basic colors, basic mattes, like a basic brown, no neutral cream shade. I really like how different this color story is than like a neutral pop of color. I think if you want to get outside of your boring, you know, makeup routine, I think this palette is gonna take you there. You're kind of forced to change your routine with this one. I'm gonna use the burnt sort of copper brown, I don't know what you call this. Really cool shade though, like metallic, bronze, brown, amber, super pretty. I think, you know, this works for fall, but I think it also works for summer. A little bit of glitter in there. It is a metallic. Not too bad. Real pretty. It's very warm and nice. Very nice. Like that one. Some inner corner with it. This is the honey gold. We're gonna pop it in. Peach shade underneath my eye. This is like a coppery best friend to my more pinky side. But I think you can tell like all of these shades are really cohesive together. They really go, and they're different. This is really gonna expand the colors in this family in your collection if you pick this up. I don't have tons of peach and, you know, coppery pink goodness. So this is a good addition to my collection. I'm just really trying to emphasize the pink side over here. I know technically it's not very clean when I use a finger, but I just really want you to get a sense of the shades on my skin tone. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use some champagne. I'm gonna use some champagne up here as well. So here's my thoughts after applying these shades. Look how orange my arm is. So I like the mattes. I think they're different tones. I think I like this palette for this shade mostly, but I think I like this shade on me, and it applies a little better, shows up a little better than this one. So this one I think has won it over for me. And these two, I really like these two out of the palette. I thought I might like this, but I really thought I was gonna like this, but I really like this. So a little bit unexpected. It's kind of like eyeshadows. You look at videos, you look at swatches, but when you get it in person and you put it on your skin, that's when it tells you like what you really like, and it's not always what you think. I like the gold. I think like many of you are a little tired of gold, but I think gold goes with this warm color story. So not really surprised. I want to put some eyeliner on, liquid liner in black. Fetish Eyes mascara. So what do you guys think of this look? Do you think it's nice and glowy? Is it what you expected? Do you wish I did something different? Do you want me to try a different combination? I myself, I always get mascara on my eyeballs, or on my skin. I myself could see mixing the bronze with the pink fuchsia on one eye. I think those probably go pretty well together. But I could see where the pink could get overpowered by the bronze or vice versa. They're both like pretty bold, shiny shades. You know, for those of us that get worried about what people think, I think this could be a good daytime look and nighttime. If you wanted it to be like less black, like You could definitely just do mascara, but instead of like the liquid liner, you could use like a colored liner. And I'm looking at the Charlotte Tilbury, like this shade, the maroon metallic, could go well on the upper and lower waterline. They also have the matte. I think this is a bit too purple for this look though, so I would go with this shade here, but it could get lost in the eyeshadow, but you might get a little bit of definition from it. So I think this look is a winner. I think, yeah, my preference is probably this side, because the pink, like you can see the shine and how pretty it is when you move around, but I think this one sort of straight on looks better, or just maybe more flattering on me. I don't know. I do like my lip, the texture. I don't love the color, but I think this actually goes well with the eyes. It's not overpowering, gives me a little bit of shine. It's not too bad for a nude. Okay, this is the new palette. My thoughts are, you don't need it if you have Divine Rose 2. They're pretty much the same idea, not the same shades. If you, of course, if you're a collector, you're gonna want to get everything. But I think, you know, this is a nice, I think this is a nice like companion to this. I think you get the same sort of idea, right? If I had to choose one over the other, I think I like this one more. There's definitely a price difference, so I don't want to say like if you don't have the money you should pick this one over this one. I think if you can really afford this one and not this one, definitely pick it up. But you know, I think I like these two shades more than the fuchsia in here, and I really like the warm tones in here. It's all warm. I wish this palette had the shade, to be honest. I think this is the shade you're gonna want out of any of these, and maybe this one. But otherwise, like, I could go without the gold. I could go without this one. This one's just a deeper version of this guy. I don't know. I don't think you need it, but I don't think my video is gonna like push you over the edge to not get it. I think if you like the eye looks that I created, you'll probably want to pick it up. I mean, it's just whatever you guys prefer. I don't think it's necessary though if you have this palette. That's all I'm saying. That's kind of how I felt from before even getting it though, to be honest. You know, there is a couple shades from some of the other palettes that were pretty close. So also, if you have like a huge collection, maybe you can't afford it, you know, anything right now, pick it up later. I mean, not a big deal. I doubt this is really limited edition. Seems like Pat stuff always comes back around. So I think you probably have some time. All right, guys, that is my thoughts on the new palette, on the Divinyl lip shine. I wish I got a different color, but I think overall the texture is nice. I just wish the product was more plentiful. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts below. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.